Alright, YouTube, so before I was about to go to bed, I discovered a person that I've been meaning to talk about in this channel, but I just haven't got around to it because I've been focused on a lot of other topics. For those of you who have seen my streams and other videos and stuff, which, by the way, I will be uncovering more Zach's legal lessons next week at some point, so that's in the works, stay tuned. So, I've had few positive things to say about shit woke comedians like, oh, I don't know, Trevor Noah and people like that. But this one video concerns someone who I think is even more unfunny than Trevor Noah. And this is someone that Damian has actually talked about on his channel a few times, and it was just humorous to me, because it's like the way that Damian was talking about, and excuse me, just about how he's talking about Hannah Gabsy and about how unfunny she is was just really funny in my opinion, just the way that he was mocking her and how she has the personality of a doormat and whatnot. So yes, I wanted to go on here and I wanted to jump in and give you all my feelings on Hannah Gabsy. Especially considering how Hannah Gabsy became kind of, sort of, more public and in the news when she started criticizing Dave Chappelle, and that whole thing went on with between her and Dave Chappelle actually called her out on her bullshit and she couldn't take that. So I just think it's ridiculous, and I find this type of thing ridiculous because it's incredible and it's ridiculous. Like, I don't even bother getting involved in celebrity nonsense or comedic nonsense, really, because I don't find celebrity nonsense even remotely amusing or entertaining in the slightest, okay? Like, I don't even bother with this half the time. But when it concerns people that I feel passionate about, whether negatively or positively, then yeah, I'll talk about them. I'll either promote them on this channel or I'll tell them to go fuck themselves. But Hannah Gabsy, I'm kind of telling to go fuck herself. Why? Because I find her to be obnoxious. Hannah Gabsy is literally an anti-comedian. I just do not understand how somebody like her is a comedian. I do not understand how she can stand there and think in her one-dimensional mind that she is a comedian. Because woke comedians are not comedians. They're literally just people that get up on stage with a microphone and they will literally just sit there and wag their finger at you for an hour. It's not funny, it's not amusing to me. Woke comedy is not comedy, it's not funny. Literally, woke comedy is just some fucking pink-haired, rose-colored glasses style fucking Karen or Brad on stage waving the finger around about how what this and this and this and all that other shit. And I don't even like using the term woke that much because I think that the far right has used it and has kind of destroyed its meaning. But it does have somewhat of a meaning, especially when it concerns like pro-censorship lovers and shit libs and people like that, you know, like shit libs. Y'all know the shit libs I'm referring to. But I don't know if Hannah Gabsy is a shit lib, it doesn't really matter to me, but no, Hannah Gabsy is just an example of someone like, I'm going to tell a joke, but I'm going to tell you about how funny my joke is. Haha, you need to laugh. My joke is this. Did I ever mention how offensive this is? And we need to really call out how offensive this is. Because did I mention as I'm talking into this microphone, it's so close, it looks like I'm performing oral sex on the microphone. It's like, I don't find that amusing. I do not find Hannah Gabsy even remotely amusing. I find her unfunny. She's not witty. She's not funny. She's not talented. She's downright boring. I would literally rather sit there and watch paint dry than listen to anything Hannah Gabsy has to say. I would literally stand in front of this wall and just watch paint dry. I'd rather just sit here and be in like, oh man, when's that paint gonna dry? Oh man, the painters were here earlier. Oh, when's the paint gonna be ready? When's the paint gonna dry? It's already been an hour and a half. I got shit to do today. I gotta go see my friends later. Oh my God, when will this paint dry? See, I'd rather do that than listen to anything Hannah Gabsy has to say. Or even remotely listen to her comedy. Because it's not comedy. It's not funny. Hannah Gabsy is not funny, and I cannot stress that enough. Hannah Gabsy is not fucking funny. You know who else isn't funny? Trevor Noah. People like Trevor Noah and people that use identity politics to talk about comedy. It's just not funny. It's just pathetic, and it's annoying to listen to. I do not need someone on stage wagging their finger like, you need to think this way about society, and here's the real problems in the world. It's like, I don't listen to comedy for that, okay? I do not sit there, I don't listen to comedic specials to listen to a bunch of fucking finger wagging and sit there and listen to people and lecture me about how I should and shouldn't think. That's what Hannah Gabsy does. She's not funny. She's not. It's just when I listen to comedians that actually break lines and cross boundaries and stuff like that, and actually offend you, then that's what comedy is. Like, you know, dark comedy and stuff like that. You know, woke comedy is not amusing. It's just not amusing. I can't stress that enough. It's just not amusing. How is woke comedy comedy? How is it funny? How is it getting on stage and wagging your finger and talking about how all these injustices in the world and all this other shit like that? And how is that funny? Like, yes, there are injustices in the world. There are horrible things that are going on in the world. Okay, there's horrible things that are going on in the world. I talk about it on this channel all the time. I talk about the horrible things going on in this world all the time. Whether it's colonialism, imperialism, you name it, our foreign policy, I talk about that shit. Boom, 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 boom. I talk about that all the time. Okay? And I try to make it funny. I'll make dark jokes and crack dark jokes in my streams and some off-color jokes in my streams and whatnot. When I'm talking about the dark shit. You know why? Because Jimmy Dore put it best. When he was taking the piss out of Whoopi Goldberg for bitching at Bill Maher, which, by the way, Whoopi Goldberg needs to leave Bill Maher the fuck alone. That's number one. Number two, Jimmy Dore actually said, you need comedy to actually talk about the shit that actually scares the living shit out of you and to actually make light out of it. Okay, you don't need comedy after a nice day at the beach to talk about how nice of a day at the beach it was, okay? You don't need comedy to sit there and talk about how delicious cheesecake is and how cute bunnies are. Well, I mean, bunnies are absolutely adorable, as I'm a big animal lover. But that's besides the point. You need comedy to break lines and offend certain classes of society. Like you just need it because comedy is supposed to make fun of everything. It's supposed to cross boundaries. It's supposed to be like that. That's how comedy is. You don't need comedy after a nice day at the beach or a nice day at Kings Island or at the amusement park I don't need comedy after a nice day down at Salem Willows or something like that. Okay, you need comedy to talk about the real shit that's going on in the world and actually cross lines with regards to it. That's what makes comedy comedy. That's what George Carlin did. That's even what Bill Maher does to some extent. And I have my disagreements with Bill Maher on a whole host of issues. But when you see Bill Maher actually crossing lines and talking about the shit libs in the world, it's actually very, very amusing. Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar are examples of woke comedians. They talk about how offensive everything is and how, this and that, and how this one and that one is a tanky Russian puppet. You know, that's what they do, calling for Tulsi Gabbard to be arrested and, you know, all that stuff. And how dare Bill Maher say this about the COVID vaccine? How dare he say this? Okay, that's not funny. That's what Hannah Gabsy does. But the main topic of this video is about Hannah Gabsy and woke comedy in general. But it applies to people like that because it just isn't funny. It's just not funny. Whoopi Goldberg is a woke comedian. Well, except when she's when she's disparaging the memories of people in the Holocaust, who were victims in the Holocaust, saying it's not about race. But hey, you know, maybe that was Whoopi Goldberg's attempt at getting away from woke comedy. I don't know. I don't think so, because she ain't funny in the slightest. Whoopi Goldberg is not funny, was never funny. Neither was Joy Behar. Neither was any of these people. I don't even know if she's even a fucking comedian. I don't even know. She shouldn't be. Hannah Gabsy shouldn't be a comedian. She isn't funny. It's as simple as that. She's not qualified to be a comedian. She is not a comedian. She isn't funny. She's unamusing. I have literally seen maybe a few clips of her. I didn't even know who this fucking crazy ass Karen-looking figure was until I saw her on stage, seeing a few clips after Damian's video that he made about her back in November of last year. I didn't even hear about her until the whole beef between her and Dave Chappelle occurred. And I saw her and I watched like a clip or two of her, and I'm just sitting there like, where's the joke? Like, where's the joke? Where instead it's just, haha, I have a joke. I'm gonna tell you about a joke and how this is so offensive. It's so offensive when these people talk about this type of stuff. And that's literally what the whole thing was. It was just a bunch of lecturing. It was literally like university lecturing. And I was sitting there and I did not even remotely crack a smile. Like, I just didn't. I just literally was just sitting there, and Hannah Gabsy did not even remotely make me smile. Once. Not one fucking time. It's as simple as that. Dave Chappelle will always have one step ahead of Hannah Gabsy. And any other comedian that is not woke and is not about politically correct bullshit, okay, they are always one step ahead of woke-ass comedians. And Hannah Gabsy is one of them. And is like many others that are comedians in this day and age. Hannah Gabsy is not funny, was never funny, and never will be funny. Woke comedy is not funny and never will be funny. I don't know who finds this amusing, but if woke comedy is your thing, if Hannah Gabsy is your thing, then by all means, have at it. But Hannah Gabsy is not funny. Woke comedy is not funny, and I'm going to lay it out there for everybody to say. And I'm sure the vast majority of you out there would agree and would endorse this message. And as Daniel Tosh always says, a hilarious comedian, by the way, Daniel Tosh of the show Tosh.0, which I miss on Comedy Central, by the way. Should have lasted longer, but besides the point, as Daniel Tosh always says, and for that, we thank you. And for that, I thank everybody here who is subscribed to my channel and all my friends who support this channel and my fans. Much appreciated. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I just thought I'd get on here and talk about this while it's still on my mind. And before I go to work this weekend, got work all day tomorrow, all day Sunday. Y'all know how that goes, my 2 double shifts. I'll be back, definitely be back on Monday at some point, because I will not be, will barely be leaving the fucking house, because after those double shifts on Saturday and Sunday, I do as little as possible and chill at home, alone, with some me time, as much as possible, because when it comes to that, that's all I want to do. Y'all know how that goes. So I'll be back with more streams, videos, and other stuff in the works. Stay tuned for more and more stuff on the way. This is Zach the Celtics guy saying thank you for watching. More streams, videos, and other stuff in the works. Stay tuned for more, including more of my legal lessons videos, Pogo Islands, stories and laws and creations, and a whole bunch of other shit in the works. Stay tuned. Bye for now, take care, and peace out. And just remember, Hannah Gabsy isn't funny. Woke comedy will never be funny. Have a good weekend, everybody. Peace out.